everybody, so today I thought I would film a really quick video to kind of give a little talk about my labour story following the birth of my son here, Logan, who's just over 3 weeks old. I was overdue with Logan. I was 41 plus 1 when he arrived, and I'd had the stretch and sweep, which people had said would be, you know, really painful, and I'd read things that had said that it might not always work, and I was kind of a little bit like, I don't think it's going to work, but actually it worked for me because that day I was cramping really bad, and then I went into labour that night and then had him the following day. So stretch and sweep worked for me. Before that, I didn't have any sort of birth plan or anything. I kind of think that all labours are different, and you can't really plan as such for what's going to happen, because anything can happen. So I'd kind of spoken to a consultant midwife before and sort of made clear what I wasn't comfortable with and what I was comfortable with, but that's pretty much all. There was no solid written plan. It's just I kind of knew that you kind of have to go with the flow. I had back labour with him. I had back labour with my first Ethan, and it is incredibly painful. So I don't feel anything in my stomach, no contractions in my stomach whatsoever. It's all felt in my back and in my bum, and yeah, it's horrible. With Ethan, I was advised to have an epidural. So when I started having back labour with Logan, I requested the epidural, but there was no one available to give it to me, so I was in a hell of a lot of pain. If I'm totally honest, Logan's birth was pretty horrendous, if I'm honest. I don't want to put anyone off, but yeah, it was really painful. I screamed like I was being tortured the entire time. I had the worst sore throat, and the cup of tea that I had afterwards, the 2 cups of teas that I had afterwards, were the best things ever. But I feel like this time around, not having the epidural meant that I recovered quicker. When I had the epidural with Ethan, my first, I wasn't well for a long time. It can drop your blood pressure, and I already have low blood pressure, and it made me feel really unwell. But this time, I did have the epidural right at the end, but because I couldn't move because I was in so much pain, it failed completely, so I didn't get any pain relief from that, so I could get straight up, and I did get straight up, and I got home the same day, and I have just felt so amazing since, like so well. So yeah, really pleased with the afterwards, the during birth, having him, that was epic. Epically painful, but you will have it, won't you, darling? During my labour, my mum, who had coincidentally had an appointment at the hospital, popped in to see how I was, because I texted her in the morning to say that I was on my way to the hospital. So she popped in over to see how I was, and that was like literally 10 minutes before Logan was born. And so she knocks on the door and she's like, your mum's here, can she come in? At this point I'm like, yes, Mum, I need you, because I'm screaming for my life. And yeah, so that was great. So my mum got to see Logan being born, and obviously my husband was there as well. So that was really good and really special. That's pretty much, in a nutshell, how it all went down, how you arrived into the world. Mr. Late. Mr. Late kept Mama waiting, didn't you? So yeah, I'm going to share some photos of when Logan was just born. I have already made sort of a first days video, which has got some of the photos in it. I also will be publishing, or I have at this point, I'm not sure when this is going to go up, but I'll have a full birth story written on my blog, which you can find the link to below. So yeah, that's how this little one arrived into the world. Very painfully. I'd love to hear your labour and birth stories, so please feel free to leave me a comment below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye from me and Sammy and Logan.